Hey, Ron Jacobs here. Let me tell you a little bit about some of my books. This is the first book that I ever had published. It's called The Way the Wind Blew, A History of the Weather Underground. Published in 1997 by Verso, a well-established left press in the English-speaking world here. This book got a lot of praise. It's got a lot of criticism. Part of it's because some people just don't like the weather underground, which is an understandable thing. But let me read just a little bit off the back. In this highly readable history, Ron Jacobs captures the hair-raising drama of a campaign which planted bombs in banks, military installations, and twice on successive days in the U.S. Capitol. He describes the group's formation of clandestine revolutionary cells, its leaders' disavowal of monogamous relationships, and their use of LSD to strengthen the bonds between members. He recounts the operation failures of the group. 3 members died when a bomb they were building exploded in Greenwich Village, as well as its victories, including a successful jailbreak of Timothy Leary. Never shortchanging the fierce debates which underpinned weather strategy, Jacobs argues that the group's eventual demise resulted as much from the contradictions of its politics as from increasingly repressive FBI attention. The Way the Wind Blew, A History of the Weather Underground, Verso Press, published in 1997. Here's the next book I got published 10 years later, 2007. It's a novel. It's called A Short Order Frame-Up. It takes place in 1975 in a small town in suburban Maryland. A young white couple is murdered brutally. A young black man is falsely accused of the murder by a pair of racist cops. And this is about that murder, about the struggle that ensues to get the young man, get the charges dropped against the young man. Published 2007 by Mainstay Press. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, let me write a little thing that Mark Estrin, author of Insect Dreams, wrote. Ron Jacobs has created a working-class brew of language and music, a quasi-bitter, semi-sweet world of weed and sport, of love and violence, of not-so-innocent innocence, up against the walls of racism and power. A compelling story. Here's another one. This is another novel I wrote. This one just came out in 2011. It's called Co-Conspirator's Tale. It's published by Fomite Press in Burlington, Vermont, actually founded by Mark Estrin and his partner. This is another book about a man falsely accused of murder, goes underground, ends up back in the States some 30 years later. And this is the story of that man and his friends. No hero cops, no private eyes, just some people who don't trust the system of justice to actually be just. Check it out. And then here's the last book, most recent book I've published. It's called Trippin' Through the American Night. It was published by Hanian Media down in Asheville, North Carolina, another small press. It's a collection of essays that I've written for Counterpunch and a number of other magazines and websites. Plus, it also includes some essays that have never appeared anywhere other than this book. We're talking a review of a Bob Dylan and Merle Haggard concert, a look at the day Richard Nixon resigned from the presidency, protests against the war in Iraq and the war in Vietnam, life on the streets in Berkeley, California, and elsewhere in these United States. Trippin' Through the American Night. Good book. Enjoy it. Keith Rosenthal wrote in Socialist Worker. Jacobs has a gift to describe world historic events swirling around him in the simplest, most open-minded, and most unfiltered way. Take a look at it. See what you think. All of those books are available pretty much anywhere you can get a book. Check online. Check your local library. If they don't have it, ask them to get it. Peace.